hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Anyways, y'all, enough about the zoo shit. Let's talk about some stuff that's going on in Hollywood and just celebrities, real celebrities. Sorry, Zeus girlies. Okay, let's talk about some of the stuff when it comes to that. First, let's talk about the whole Juelz situation. So this story has layers, right? It all starts with the gay magazine, okay, on Instagram. So if you guys don't know, Juelz, which is Solange Knowles' son, Julez Smith, was booked to host a LGBTQ night at Club Opium in Atlanta. So with this booking came along a press interview with Gay Magazine, who is a great blog and a great platform that displays, represents gay media, all of the things, right? So he was supposed to do the interview afterwards. Juelz did agree to it. Not only did they agree to it, they went over the questions, they approved the questions, and after he did the booking, he did not do the interview. He declined to do the interview, was a little rude about it. And not only that, he got a lot of criticism because when he was sitting in that club, he was doing a whole lot of this. And he had some girlies next to him. It was giving DL. Somewhere the DL whisperer is quaking behind bars because he would love to speak on this topic. Too bad you can't, bitch. No shade, right? So he's sitting there in the club. He's just like, you know how DL niggas do. He's like, he not trying to get seen at this point. He on his phone, and then you got the girls on the side like, baby, I can't go anywhere without that y'all there. You had it, but it's true. Gotta be high and baby. Okay, the girls, they having a ball in the corner. And he just sitting there looking, very much discreet. Okay. He even at one point put a hoodie on. He didn't even know, he didn't want people probably know he was there. Okay. Now, when he was announced, it became this whole hoopla. Everybody's like, oh my God. That shows that he might be, or he's an ally. Boop, bop, 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 bop. See, this is the problem with the community. Y'all give straight men, especially, too much like leverage, and we support all these straight people, but won't support our own, and that's a big, big problem. Okay, he did what Trey did and literally robbed the girls. To be honest, because why would you approve of an interview if you were not going to follow through with it? And not only that, you had them come up with questions, which anybody that has done interviews, it's really irritating to do your research and like come up with questions on that, especially if you do good interviews like me. Right? So you do a whole lot of research, you looking up these people information, boo, and then you go through with it and then they don't do it. It's like you wasted time. Not only that, they went a step further and sent the questions ahead of time. So most interviews, you don't even do that. Like the people y'all see me interview, they don't know what I'm going to ask them. Now I make sure to do my due diligence and don't ask them nothing crazy that's going to end them in a lawsuit. You get what I'm saying? But like, I'm not going to ask them nothing crazy like that. But it's like, I don't give them like, oh, these are the questions I'm going to ask you. And no, and the reason why I do that is because it's like, I don't want them to prepare like a rehearsed answer. Okay. And sometimes I do want to catch him off guard. So they even gave him the liberty of doing that and freedom of doing that to be able to look over the questions. And he still didn't want to do it. That clearly shows he could care less about the girls. He could care less about the gays. None of that. So he really did it for the coin and the money. But the problem is, why was he even booked at that club to host a LGBTQ night? When has he ever came out and been anything of an ally? That's the problem right then and there. Y'all just be booking anybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gave her free coin for anybody. But it'd be the same people in our community that gets constant hate, constant vitriol, constant talking to. Y'all put them down, talk crap on them, all of the things. But a straight guy come with long hair, man, that Juelz said, "Don't touch my hair, punk." I said, "Don't touch my hair, punk." Okay? He didn't want his hair touched. That's why he sat in between those women with the hoodie on, okay? Because had he been in the midst, you never know what man happened. That man was fearful. Shame on him, okay? I just feel like he shouldn't have agreed to do it. You could have avoided all this drama altogether. And to me, Game Magazine, I love y'all, but I got to come for y'all too because y'all made it a grandiose thing, okay? As if the president was coming to town. And it's like, he just hosting the club. Who gives a crap? But it's really because, and this is a deeper issue too, it's because y'all was, a lot of people was gut smacked that he's hosting a gay night. Like, oh my God. And it turned out to not be a situation, okay? The man just sat in the cut and got his shot and get the up out of there, okay? It didn't look like he didn't even shake a hand. And people, this is alleged, they were saying that even in the section that he was in, that they weren't letting anybody that was of the community up in that section. I thought, oh, not only he came and got a check, he came up in there, it was divisive. He came in the gays territory and said, "Keep the punks out." That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's like a member of the KKK, the Klan, coming up in a black club, buying a section, getting a section, and saying, and the black child coming in like, "Hey, hey," and they say, go over there. This is our town for now. You go over there. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Solange and Beyonce are going to read him for that." I don't think they're going to read him for doing what he did. They're going to read him for even booking that gig. They're going to be like, how did this even go through? And why did you even do it if you were going to do what you did? Because it did look crazy. So this is the decline of the interview. Before we play it, this is the night of. Okay? They did have bad in the section for him, of course. But no bad niggas. Ooh. Okay. It's him in the cut again. Couldn't be bothered. Once again, couldn't be bothered. And my whole thing too is like, you know what's so crazy? This generation is so lazy because what Sheree said, whatever happened to customer service? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to hosting? I thought when a nigga hosts, I don't be in the clubs like that, but I go once in a blue moon, whatever. But it's like, God, like y'all don't even put no energy into hosting no more. Like what happened to the, on the mic and whoop a bop a whoop a bop? You ain't even doing that no more. Like you're sitting, you're not even, you're guesting, you're not even hosting. The nigga guessed it. So this is the decline of the interview, y'all.
Nope. Inside out. Nope. He's on the phone. He's trying to help me. I'm about to. I did. No. How you doing, my brother? Nice to meet you. Hey, my brother.
Now, I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this. That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because why you do that? Why I do what?
The nigga couldn't even give him a handshake. He gave him a dap.
And it saddens me, Kelly.
As if the man had a venereal disease.
And it saddens me, Kelly.
So we were gonna get your interview outside when you leave. That's cool. Okay, you're not doing one? Oh, they missed me there. Okay, cool. You say you're not being honest. Niggas can't fuck like the big.
Well, can nobody hear you, friend? You gotta get on the mic.
I want the mic yet.
Your mic is on the mic.
All right, so see what question you got for me.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Saya Banga.
Where you from, Saya Banga?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
It shows a lot, okay?
Shit popping, shit going on. Niggas can't fuck my baby. Niggas can't fuck my brother Juelz.
Is this your first time at this club before?
No, it's my first time. It's like my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
What's up?
What's up?
I feel it.
Tell me what question you got for me.
All right, well, bad. Well, what's your opinions on straight men hosting LGBT events?
I love LGBTQ.
Okay.
The community. We outside. Shit going on.
I feel it. Can I ask you a question?
Okay, so they did interview other guests that were there, but they did not get to interview Juelz. So the guy that y'all just saw answer, that was his friend. Once again, the interviews were looked over. So I mean, the questions were looked over. So to me, this is a big lesson learned for not only the gay magazine to not, inflate things that are really not that it like shouldn't be inflated. Okay, to me, had they not made it a big to do, the situation would have been not made a big to do. And Juelz, had you not agreed to something that you were not going to do, this whole situation never happened. You shouldn't have ever been even in that club, to be honest, that night. Straight up. It's not like you struggling for the money. Your aunties is rich. Your mama is Solange. Your auntie Ibby. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the money. You walk high fashion runways all over the world. So that little coin that Opium paid you was not worth that drama, if we're really going to be honest. Okay? So once again, this is a lesson learned for the community to invest in our own. Okay? Because the problem is we're so against each other and we read and we shade each other so much, but we'll give a straight, like the most grace in the flowers and the coin. And then our own is thrown to the garbage can. So that's a prime example in that. And I'm happy that it happened though, because it shows it. I'm happy. Like I'm elated something like this happened. Okay. Now, Chrisean recently did an interview, guys, and with the Danza Project, I believe she did an interview with them before too. And she says that her son does not have a disability. And that she says if a doctor or anybody speaks against your kid, you shouldn't accept it.
And if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. I didn't get to deliver any way, shape, or right, and I apologize to you. It didn't deserve my words, and the grace you showed me spoke volumes to the season of your life you're in the right now, and I'm here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Right, but it's like, don't tell me. I ain't say none of that. Right. I ain't say none of that. Watch your mouth. Like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah. Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son. Yeah. Like, I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm gonna just be like, exactly. Like I said, I told y'all. He told y'all. Shoot, I was just relaying the message. It's like one of those. He said, and
this is a form of neglect at this point. This is a big form of neglect. Here's the thing, and what bothers me about people that use faith-related messaging towards health. I feel as if there's a way to do both and be able to find a solution that makes sense. You cannot just rely on God without putting in the work. He's not going to walk or talk without you doing the therapeutic things that that child needs in order to walk or talk, whether you think he has a disability or not. And that's what Chrisean does not get. Until that child gets the help that he needs, along with the prayer, that's when he'll walk and talk. That's how it works. Straight up. Like, I don't get what like her saying that to me is so neglectful. Like, it's so sad. And this is why people do these things and they harass her online all day and night and calling CPS left and right because you say stupid things like that. Because if a doctor is telling you that, they're not saying that to you to be mean. They're not saying that to you for you to feel away. They're just saying medically, a child like this, which I've seen thousands of other children, I diagnosed them with this because medically, these are the symptoms they are showing. You need to do this and that for them to get better. Now, where faith comes in, you can pray on it for them to get well, along with doing the things that the doctor recommends for them to get better. I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, that to me is so sad. Like, it really is sad because it's like Junior really did not have a chance the moment he came up out that womb, like, ever. The daddy ain't. I don't care what none of y'all say. Straight up. Am I the only one that got a little satisfaction seeing Blueface get knocked around like that? He needed that. I'm sorry. You needed that. You know what I'm saying? It's your fault too. I don't care what nobody say. Chrisean, it's her fault, but it's just as much as Blueface's fault. Blueface, you knew she was drinking and smoking too, babes. You knew she was drinking and smoking. So please don't act like it was like, oh my God, the baby came out the way they did it. Zeus knew too, allegedly. Y'all were around. So yeah, it's her fault 100%, but a lot of people that were around and knew, y'all are just as responsible because nothing was done in regards to making sure that she was held responsible even before that baby even came out that womb. Y'all just stood there. And now y'all have all these things to say. Isn't that funny? Okay. I hope the baby does walk and talk though. So not for Chrisean's sake, but for the baby's sake. Okay? For the baby's sake. Because the baby, once again, I don't think had a fair chance coming up out that womb, like, ever. Okay. They dropped this info about this new show that Amazon is apparently doing, and these are the women that are going to be on the show. It says a new reality show for Amazon Prime currently filming is described as a spin on Bravo's Ultimate Girls Trip as the women live together in a house in the Dominican Republic. So it has Tamar, Kim, Kenya, Margaret, Christine, Brittany, Caitlin, Jen, Hilaria, Julia, and Savannah. Now, I know all of the top row, of course, which that's perfect casting. Y'all must want Kim to lose her wig again. I know Kim was pissed as hell when she walked in that house and she seen Kenya. What person that pisses off Kenya more? I mean, that pisses off Kim more than Kenya. No, that pisses off Kim more than Nene is Kenya. Okay? So them being in the same house is going to be funny because the way Kenya is so smart, she's going to do the littlest thing and it's going to piss Kim off so bad. Okay? And instead of, wow, Nene, she's going to be like, wow, Kenya. Y'all remember every time Kim and Nene used to get into it, she used to always say that. She used to be like, wow, Nene. Wow, Nene. Wow. She used to always say that shit. I can't wait to watch it. I'm probably going to recap on Evner Entertains. Oh, this is another thing I want to update y'all really quick. This is what I'm going to start doing. And it's going to make so much more sense. The channel that says Evner Entertains, I'm going to be posting more of like Hollywood, more related things like videos like this. And then just posting Zeus related shit and Honest TV related stuff and urban stuff on Evner Entertainment. But then y'all still gonna see in your algorithm because I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna collab it. So that way I can kind of separate it so the algorithm is less confused. Y'all see what I'm saying? I feel like that'll make it a lot better if I do it like that. Now, Teyana Taylor, you guys, is facing a lot of criticism for her behavior at the Oscars. I feel like people are making a big to-do. The only thing I feel like she was doing the most was when another woman that was in the category that she was in won, and she got up and was like, that to me was like, that was a little bit much. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, come on, like you more happy than her. She won the award. She said the world holds so much misery that miserable hearts forget the face of happiness. They grow comfortable being sore losers. Know when they see real sportsmanship, it unsettles them like holy water touching a demon, because clapping for someone else's victory requires something many people never learned: how to win with grace, pure joy, and how to lose with grace, chin up, and dignity. So this was the clip that they felt like she was doing the most in making the co-star go up on stage.
For casting, actor in a supporting role, adapted screenplay, film editing, directing, and best picture.
To me, I felt like this was overblown. Like, it's not her fault that the man is frail and old. Child, that nigga had to have been gay on his body by the time that award show was over. Okay, you adjusting his brittle bones, Teyana. Oh my God, how dare you? His bones were crackling, you know, at you pushing him up on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Let me find out you had some Alizé before the award show. That's what it gave. A little bit of Alizé. But I feel like that portion was blown out of proportion. Like, I don't think it was that deep. I just think she was super excited. Now, this is where I felt like she did too much.
The Oscar goes to Amy Madigan.
Because me as a viewer, I'm going to think you won. Because it's like, oh my God, you got up before the winner did. But once again, this is where I feel like she was elated. This is the Oscars. It's a grand award. So it's not like she's at the VMAs. What's a girl to do that she's so excited to be at a grand award show? Not many people get to experience that. So God forbid if she's happy. She might have had a little buzz. Who knows? It's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like the internet kind of did too much when it came to that. Okay. And then at one point, the red carpet, she ended up getting shoved and she had to put somebody in check for that, which that I don't even feel like she even made the headlines because you shouldn't be shoving nobody, especially it was a man that shoved her. You're nasty. You're very rude, very nasty. So rude and so nasty. So rude and so nasty. Okay?
What are you doing? He literally shoved me. He literally didn't hurt. He was in there shoving her.
Okay. Once again, I don't feel like this was a big deal. The only one I felt like was the getting up. That was like, that's the only thing. But besides that, ain't she did nothing motherfucking wrong. Ooh, okay, she did nothing wrong. Right? It just is annoying because it's like when it comes to the Oscars, they've only had 6 winners of Black men that have won lead, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? To win Best Actor. Like, there's only been 6, which shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Woo woo! I love to see it. Okay, so he's number 6. Look at Lemmy in the comments. Nigga, please. You're the reason why we're looked at as fools, you bastard. I'm sick of him. Like, on God, you're the reason. Had it not been for you, okay, we wouldn't have all this violence attached to our name. I'm no better either because I react and I talk about this shit. So I'm actually assisting your ass. But please, get out the comments. Let me see what these people reply back to him. Because I like, can we get some new, see, there we go. Can we get some new faces for baddies? You see? But no, like, he's the 6th person. So it's not a lot of us that get to experience an award show like this. So to see her getting the amount of like criticism online is sad. It really is. Because it's not a lot of us out there. It's not. Okay. And the fact that it's only 6 in the history for winning Best Actor as Black males is sad. Because that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. 6 is very small compared to God knows how much white men have won that award. So there's that. Now, one last thing, y'all. Once again, I'm very happy Blueface lost. Now Blueface, Julez. Okay, I'm very happy. Sorry. You know, sometimes you need a good humbling, okay? And I'm happy. You're like, you low-key deserved it for all of the sins that you committed, babes. You get what I'm saying? All of the women that you call dogs. And I don't know what fight people are watching, talking about Blueface won. From the clips that I've seen, that big man was pushing him through left, right, center, in the corner, at the bottom, out the ring, in the ring. Where did he win? Can I see the clips where he's winning? Because I keep hearing this. Oh, he won, he won, he won, he won. Where? 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 For y'all that watched the full match, where did y'all see him winning? Because it must have been hidden somewhere. Because I ain't see that. Talking about, oh, he won and he blaming Aiden Ross. Now you blaming Aiden Ross. This is the thing that get me too with the people with Aiden Ross. They so mad at Aiden Ross because they feel like, oh, the whole betting thing was unprofessional and all of that, and the business dealings was unprofessional. That's what y'all get for working with a freaking a culture vulture. Now y'all mad because y'all feel like y'all getting gypped. Y'all shouldn't be working with his ass to begin with. That man don't give a crap about y'all. He want his money. He using the black culture for the money, dummy. Now you're realizing this? Yes, what y'all get. Y'all keep working with him, making him all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? And y'all do notice, since Kai Cenat has quit Twitch, how like and shout out, we're on Twitch right now. How Twitch is kind of like, it's not dead, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's not like ooh, Twitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, him leaving Twitch, I feel like had a huge impact on streaming, IRL streaming in particular. It's not as like a big to do as it used to be, in my opinion, since Kai took that break.
Now, whichever one of y'all sent me that video talking about he knocked my son out that ring, you know you's a line. Your mama stole something. Now, y'all know he slid through them ropes with all this sweat all glistening all on their bodies. That big boy pushed my baby out the ring. But that's okay, because we want a rematch. I want you to fight his brother. See if you can do all that. Fight his big brother. But anyway, I appreciate the positive message that went out after the fight. I appreciate how he still gave my son his dap, and it wasn't all about how you lost. Like I love us. I love us for this, you know. And son, you keep ass whooping, you get ass whooping, you just keep on ticking, okay? Ask for that rematch, because I really seen where you just did not do your homework, running and exercising and hanging out with all these little floozies. You got to get more serious.
Exactly. That's why I love you so, Carlessa. It's true.
Jonathan, all I know is you better knock the Mario coins out that belly. You hear me, boy? You better knock that. You better. You don't have a punch combination. He's strong.
I'm sorry. It's funny to me. I'm sorry. They done not Blueface out that corner so bad. That's what he get. I'm sorry. That's what he get. Oh man. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna head and go and get the okay. Once again, check out the Hooded PDF read along. It will be posted. I'm gonna post on Evan Entertainment. I'm posting that separately because I have been covering Love Island, so like we gotta read it. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below, and y'all babies, bye.